I couldn't believe it when I saw this news story. First of all, you know I was one of the first comedians, one of the only comedians to make fun of Andrew Cuomo. Go back to podcast number 3, 4, 5, I think right in there. And I was doing Andrew Cuomo because I used to hear him give those stupid press conferences.
She wanted to comment that I have a little button nose, and she was afraid that the swab would actually hurt because it extended my nasal cavity.
They were telling you that he is the antecedent, the miracle drug in comparison to Donald Trump. He might be the next president because these press conferences are so good. I'm listening to the guy speak. I'm like, this is like a bad Godfather Part 6. The guy has lived in New York his entire life, but he talks like he just got here first generation from Sicily. I didn't mean to grab her butt. I didn't know I was hurting her feelings.
And the facts are much different than what has been portrayed.
Anyway, they gave this idiot a Pulitzer Prize. They gave him the Presidential Medal of Honor. They gave this moron an Emmy, a Grammy, an ESPY Award, a VH1, a BET, an MTV Award. He's sitting there with so many awards. As soon as Donald Trump's out of office, the left was like, wait a minute, this guy's an idiot. All these women came out once Trump was gone. They could finally turn on this guy, even though they knew all of his misdeeds for the last decade. And they got him fired. But Chris Cuomo, here's why this is so bad. Chris Cuomo pretends he is a moderate newscaster. CNN, where news comes first. CNN is not real news. Thankfully, Trump really exposed it. All of us were grumbling, like, I don't think this is real news. But Trump went on TV and said it. Boom. And 300 million people heard it. You're fake news. Okay, you're not even real. You're fake news, buddy. No, you don't get another question. You're very stupid. Okay? You're very stupid people, and you're dishonest, and what you're doing is wrong. And people are like, why did the president just point at a newscaster and say what you're doing is wrong? Well, the smart citizens were looking into it more. The really smart citizens were like, that's what I've been saying for like a decade, 2 decades. The moderates were like, well, and the radical left were like, no. No, this news exactly fulfills all points of view I already have. You should not be criticizing Chris Cuomo and Don Lemonhead. Well, because we've pulled the curtain back, the smart, the extra smart, and the moderates are all against CNN now. Because you see, Andrew Cuomo, the biggest story in the news was Andrew Cuomo getting busted for sexual harassment, inappropriate behavior, asking women to bite a sausage and grabbing their buns. Chris Cuomo, who's supposed to be a newscaster, wouldn't cover it anymore. Oh, he was yucking it up with Andrew during COVID. Is it true Mom put a Q-tip in your nose the size of a double-barrel shotgun for that thing mounted on your face?
Was the actual swab that was being used to fit up that double-barrel shotgun that you have mounted on the front of your pretty face.
It was all laughing and jokes. The death toll's going up. They're blaming it all on Trump, even though all the red states did significantly better than New York City, the death capital of the world. And here's Andrew yucking it up with his stupid, ignorant brother. It's hard to tell who's dumber. Chris Cuomo was secretly using his privilege as a newscaster to figure out which accusers were after his brother and then find out information about them. So he could do what? Harass them? Make them an offer they couldn't refuse? CNN host Chris Cuomo used his media sources to find out info on brother Andrew's accusers. The records show. So what happened today? Chris Cuomo has officially been suspended indefinitely for being a horrible reporter, a very immoral newscaster, and more importantly, using his privilege to help his overly privileged Italian sausage-eating brother get out of trouble and to harass the victims of Andrew Cuomo. I'm telling you, if you're watching this and you're a Democrat, it's not too late to wake up. You stumbled upon the right show. You give me this much of your time. The reason this is the right show is we're right way more than we're wrong. CNN is the wrong show. Stay with me. You're going to have a much better opportunity to figure out what the truth is.